As you can see, Natalie's not with me tonight. She was unable to be here. You know, it's winter time and the flu bug's out. She couldn't be here. So, hey.
Oh, what are you talking about? The flu bug's out and she can't be. So what you're saying to me and all these people out here is Natalie was too chicken to show up because Sweet Georgia done been beating on her like Iraq's beating on the USA, and she been beating her up and down all over this ring right here, and she can't make it because the flu bug. Well, what you're saying is we're the winners. We win. If you ain't got a girl to wrestle, my lovely Georgia, we're the winners.
I don't think that's how it works, Jeff.
Hey, Jamie, let me tell you something, punk. Yeah, you listen up real good, JC, because I've been talking to Max Andrews and the USWA Board of Directors, and they told me that I had to have a girl in the ring or I lost. Well, boy, I know somebody who wants to slap your little silly face just as bad as I do, and she's gonna take care of you, and I wanna bring her down right now, and you're fixing to get a good kicking, boy.
Oh, this is gonna be a surprise. I don't know who's coming into the arena, but simply irresistible. Jeff Jarrett says whoever it is wants to slap JC. Oh my goodness, it's Tessa. Here comes Tessa in the ring. Tessa is in the ring. She's going right after Sweet Georgia Brown. This is supposed to be a mixed man and ladies tag match. Jeff Jarrett's partner unable to be here because of the flu, and look at this. Tessa and Sweet Georgia Brown are locking up right in the middle. Look at this. JC, the Ice Baby, just nailed Tessa. Jeff Jarrett is going after JC. Holy Toledo. Jeff Jarrett chasing JC around and around the ring here at the Sportatorium. In the meantime, he's got JC. He's got him cornered now. What is JC gonna do? Jeff Jarrett livid going right after him. Thus far, JC on his horse. Out of the ring again. Sweet Georgia Brown working Tessa over from behind. From behind, Stephen Dane is in the ring. Jeff Jarrett going right after Stephen Dane. Those uppercuts sending Dane for a loop. Wearing Dane out in the ring. He came out of the dressing room area. Uh-oh. Here comes trouble. Gorgeous Gary Young in. Here comes Hollywood John Tatum, but here comes help. Billy Joe Travis and superstar Bill Dundee. We don't have a match. We have a melee in the ring. Tessa is down. She was worked over by Sweet Georgia Brown. JC, the Ice Baby, hiding in the corner, hoping that nobody sees him. And in the meantime, there goes Jeff. There goes JC. Gorgeous Gary Young out. Hollywood John Tatum. Stephen Dane, of course, Sweet Georgia Brown in the middle of all of that. I cannot recall that Tessa has ever been in the ring in a match, and that was not much of a match. That was just a fight, a brawl. Here comes JC. Oh my.
Give me a microphone.
Let's see if we can pick this up.
What are you talking about? Bill Dundee and Billy Travis jumping in and interfering in my match.
JC pitching a little temper tantrum here. Here they go again. I better get out of the way. Billy Joe Travis after JC. Jeff Jarrett after JC. And of course JC running for his life throughout the Sportatorium is up the runway and back to the dressing room area rather. Jeff Jarrett is livid in the ring. He is being awarded the match with Tessa. So if indeed this was Tessa's first match, she got a victory, but it was a costly one as Sweet Georgia Brown worked her over. In the meantime, Jeff Jarrett preoccupied by JC, the Ice Baby. And of course, everyone out of the dressing room area, I think, that could come to the ring, came to the ring to try to get JC out of a bind. Jeff Jarrett coming over. Let's see if we can, Jeff, that was what an event.
I just want to say one thing, JC. Yeah, you might have got out of this match, but next time, brother, I'm going to do everything in my power to get it where it's just one-on-one. Just me and you in the ring. I don't care if they have to put a cage around the ring, if they have to enclose in barbed wire, or if I have to get Billy Joe and Dundee out here, and they'll be lumberjacks. One way or the number, one way or the, I'm so excited. I'm so stinking mad at you, JC. I'm going to get you in the ring, and that's a promise.
Jeff Jarrett obviously obviously upset, and with a reason to be, as the match was scheduled, a mixed tag match. His partner was unable to appear because of the flu. He brings Tessa into the ring because she wanted after JC, and then it just all broke loose from there. Jeff Jarrett's going to get his revenge, I promise you. More USWA Challenge action is coming up. Main event time on USWA Challenge. JC the Ice Baby bringing this awesome individual to the USWA.
Look at him, because he's here for a reason, not for a season. He's here to stay, not here to play. So take a good look at him. 6'4", 480 pounds, lean, mean, man-eating machine, the baddest thing on 2 legs. The newest perfection of my collection. Awesome Kong!
Awesome Kong, 480 pounds from parts unknown, challenging for the Texas Heavyweight Championship against the new title holder, Superstar Bill Dundee. 210 pounds from Australia, winner of the Texas Heavyweight Championship tournament a few weeks ago, and this should be quite a battle. The experience, the fight, the quickness, the skill of Superstar Bill Dundee against this awesome behemoth, this man mountain, if you would, the awesome Kong. And this is something I've got to say, I don't know where JC found this individual, but I do understand that he has been barred from a couple of wrestling associations because of injuries that he incurred on his opponents. And he is in the USWA with one thing in mind, and that is to take the Texas Heavyweight Championship away from Superstar Bill Dundee. This match is one fall with the expiration of our television time. James Beard is our official in the ring, and he is going to have his hands full because you've got JC on the outside. You have got an individual that's 480 pounds inside the ring, and of course Superstar Bill Dundee gonna have his hands full with the man that's in the ring, but you gotta be totally aware at all times of the man outside the ring. And they are ready to lock it up, and here we go. You can see with the lockup of how uneven this match is, if you would, how overwhelmed in size Superstar Bill Dundee is with this individual, the Awesome Kong. He is a big, big man. Dundee, to my knowledge, has never had a challenge of this size and proportion before in his wrestling career. And if he thinks he's going to wrestle him straight on, I don't think it's going to happen. And there you see Dundee going in with the shoulder. Kong just standing there like some kind of gorilla and telling Bill to bring it on, pounding at his chest. Dundee trying to bring the big man off his feet. I don't know if the ring would hold it if the big man came off his feet. Dundee with a punch to the side of the face, doing little damage. Kong going after Dundee, and Dundee retreats to the ring side area. Now he's going after JC, the Ice Baby. JC scooting in and out of the ring. I now know why JC is so slender in his build. I guess he's been running all his life. Dundee from behind on Kong. May have surprised him, but he may have just raised the ire in this man. He looks mean and mad enough. I don't think I would want to get him any more worked up. Dundee up under him. Kong misses as he went grasping for him. Kong a little frustrated, perhaps. Took a swing at referee James Beard. JC's back on the apron. This match is for the Texas Heavyweight Championship. Texas title on the line. Dundee from behind going after Kong, seizing the opportunity. Dundee almost looks like a man with a stinger, almost like a wasp going in after the big man to try to get under his skin. Thus far in the match, Dundee's back on the floor, and I think this is a good strategy, staying out of the grasp of the big man, because I'm sure Awesome Kong, if he could get a hold of Bill Dundee, could do an enormous amount of damage. I mean, a bear hug with this man could cost ribs, many ribs. Dundee chasing JC around again. JC's back in the ring. JC spending as much time in the ring as the participants thus far in this match. Superstar Dundee coming around our table now. JC looked like he wanted to come this way, but well, they're taking a break. Let's us take a break. We will have more of this match on USWA Challenge right after this. Superstar Bill Dundee making his way back into the ring, came off the top rope with a double tomahawk blow. Did not even stun Awesome Kong. He remains on his feet. I look at the size of this man's legs, and one of his legs is bigger than I am entirely. Golly, what a big man. Dundee out of the way. Awesome Kong lunging, going into the turnbuckles. Kong raising his ire again in the ring. In the meantime, Dundee staying out of the reach of Awesome Kong, being very cautious in this match thus far. Kong chasing, Dundee getting away. Dundee has done his homework, and he knows he needs to stay out of the grasp of the big man. Dundee going with a fist to the chest. There's another one. And Kong just standing there, taking the brunt of those blows, pounding on his chest as if to ask for more. And I gotta say, that's a perplexing look that Dundee had on his face, but I think he may have been looking out of the corner of his eyes to JC. And JC's back in the ring again. James Beard, the referee, ordering him out. Well, thus far in this match, Awesome Kong. Dundee coming over to the microphone.
We got 60 minutes. And when I get you good and tired, I'm coming in and I'll be all over you, big boy.
Well, Superstar Bill Dundee announcing to the crowd, I think, his strategy. He said, I'm going to get you tired, big boy, and then I'm going to be all over you. Dundee punching him to the stomach. Kong going in afterwards. Dundee with a little punch backing off. Well, this could be the same strategy of Muhammad Ali used with rope-a-dope, but instead of against the ropes, Dundee's moving, but he didn't move fast enough that time. As that big ham hock of Awesome Kong picks up Dundee, holding him suspended, and slams him down to the mat. Well, I alluded to the fact that if Dundee were to be caught by Awesome Kong in this match, what is this? Kong taking a look at Tessa outside of the ring. Dundee with a knee to the back in the meantime, trying to stage a comeback, and Kong with that big ham hock again onto Dundee. Now he's turning his attention away again and is looking at Tessa. Dundee on his back, got the sleeper on Awesome Kong. I don't know if he's got it fully set or not, but he is certainly going for it. He is going to have to cut off that circulation to the head, but unfortunately, Kong backs Dundee into the buckle back first, and Dundee is down on the mat, and Awesome Kong's going to kick him right out of the ring. Well, that was certainly a unique turn of events, as Awesome Kong, once he got Dundee captured, turned his attention outside of the ring and just sort of stared at Tessa. There's Tessa over to help her fallen warrior back into the ring, and in the meantime, Awesome Kong with those grunts and roars to the crowd in the ring. Superstar Billy back in the ring. Dundee back in the ring now, but limping a bit. He may have caught the apron of the ring as he was kicked out by Kong. Kong raking at the eyes. Dundee in an auspicious place because right behind him is JC, the Ice Baby, and Kong now is going to kick Dundee out on the floor over by JC, and that could mean, damn it, here comes JC, going to just kick away at the kidney of Dundee and then move out of the way. Being very sly, very capricious. Here comes JC from behind, and he nailed Dundee across the back. I don't know if our cameras caught that, but JC just from behind Pearl Harbor superstar Bill Dundee on the floor. Dundee moving around, trying to regain his composure before stepping back into the ring. Texas Heavyweight Championship on the line. Superstar Bill Dundee trying to take the measure of the Awesome Kong. Dundee moving around. Obviously, the strategy of the match to stay out of the reach and just catch Kong by surprise, but as of yet, Dundee has done a lot of running, but has not caught the big man by surprise because the big man has been very cautious, if you would, now stomping at the back of Dundee, just trying to wear Bill down, using his size and that big size 16 boot to his advantage. Dundee on the floor taking a beating from JC. JC may have inflicted as much damage on Dundee in the last few minutes of this match as Kong has done the entire match. Dundee rolls back in the ring, catches Kong now with a flurry of punches. Dundee going right after the awesome Kong, but Kong with one bolo chop stops the flurry. Kong moving in, and what a judo chop. There's another one. Dundee put into the turnbuckle. Kong following through, but Dundee had enough head about him to get out of the way. That staggered Kong. That staggered him again. He's still on his feet. Dundee has Kong wobbling. Nice drop kick, but Kong still on his feet. Dundee relentless, going after awesome Kong, and Kong firing back with the right hand. Kong coming right back after Dundee, has him in the corner. Or has him rather in the ropes, brings him out. Dundee off the ropes, now crisscrossing, catches Kong, but Kong got him with that upper forearm. Dundee running into this big individual, drops the elbow, he missed! Dundee moves out of the way, now scooting out of the ring, and he's chasing JC. Dundee going after JC, awesome Kong out of the ring, here goes JC again. Dundee around the ring, oh! Laying in wait on the floor was awesome Kong, and did he ever deliver a blow to Dundee? Kong roaming around the ring is eyeing Tessa again. Kong going after Tessa. Dundee has grabbed a chair from the table here, going after Kong. He got him from behind with the chair. Dundee nails him with the chair on the floor. Kong still standing. He turns around, looking at Dundee. Superstar Billy waving at Tessa. Kong stung perhaps, but still on his feet. Dundee sending Tessa out of the arena. And look at this individual. Awesome Kong still chasing superstar Bill Dundee. The bell has rung. The referee has signaled for the bell. We'll have to see what the decision. No contest. No contest. A double count out. So the match has been stopped with a double count out. Here comes Dundee. He's got the belt in his hand. Of course, the belt cannot change hands unless Dundee is defeated. So obviously his strategy worked as superstar Bill Dundee and the awesome Kong fight with a no contest, a double count out here on USWA Challenge. We'll be back to wrap things up from the world famous Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas, right after these messages. Welcome into USWA Challenge as we get ready for our opening match here. This will be one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Flamboyant Eric Embry coming to the ring to take on an arch rival and nemesis, gorgeous Gary Young. And Embry is in the ring and he's ready to tie it up right now. A very special stipulation on this match is that the winner of this match has been promised a shot at the Texas Heavyweight Championship by the Board of Governors of the USWA. And right away, the chant ensues from the crowd of "Go, Eric, go!" A fan favorite throughout the Southwest, and of course a wrestler well known throughout the world. Flamboyant Eric Embry giving up about 30 pounds to gorgeous Gary Young, who is part of Devastation Incorporated. But General Skandar Akbar not with Young here at ringside tonight. I have been told he is out of the country. And they lock it up and we're into action right away. Gary Young backing Eric Embry into the ropes. And now backing off, referee Tony Falk ordering a break and got a clean break out of Gary Young, and that's a little bit surprising because gorgeous Gary will take that shortcut at every turn. Nice go behind by Embry, went into the hammerlock and then just tripped Gary Young up. Gary Young back to his feet very quickly and staring a hole through Eric Embry. A lot at stake in this match. The winner gets that shot at the Texas title. Eric Embry formerly held that belt, and he told me prior to the match it is a very important belt to him. It's more than the prestige of the belt, because he carries the pride of Texas on his shoulders. Gorgeous Gary Young also at one time held the Texas Heavyweight Championship belt. So both men trying to recapture some of the glory, and of course the championship belt, the gold belt of the state of Texas. Referee Tony Falk over to warn Eric Embry momentarily. They lock it up again in the ring. Nice block by Embry, and a strong right hand to the side of the head. Caught Young off guard. Crowd getting their little shots in on Gary Young. Young seems to be possessed more with what the crowd is saying to him than perhaps paying the attention that he needs to be paying to flamboyant Eric Embry in the ring. Collar and elbow one more time. Embry down on one knee. Young using his height advantage over Eric. Punched away, catches him with that elbow back of the neck. Eric Embry staggered to the mat. There's one to the midsection. Eric Embry just came up tossing that fist, and here comes Gary Young out. Holy cow. Out on the floor. He's hiding behind the wrong person if he's hiding behind me. Holy cow, here we go already. Whew. Gorgeous Gary Young at ringside here. Looks like he may be stalling for time before he gets back in there with Eric Embry. Embry came up hot there with that right hand to the midsection and put that high knee up under the chin, and gorgeous Gary Young was not expecting it. That's very obvious. He's back between the ropes, and we're ready to lock it up again, I think. Gary Young using more time here before he re-grapples with Eric Embry. Back into the ropes. There's a forearm to the midsection of Eric Embry. There's a bolo chop, back of the neck, drops that elbow, and Eric a little dazed by that. Here's Eric Embry taking the brunt of the punishment right now from gorgeous Gary Young. Young, relentless, throwing those bolo chops and those fists and forearms into Eric Embry. And Embry comes out of the ring into the floor, and Eric is staggered here on the Sportatorium floor. Eric Embry being rammed into the table here by Gary Young. Gary Young quickly back into the ring to break the count, but he's right back on the floor after Eric. Eric right here on our table. Gee whiz. Eric Embry down in a heap on the floor here at the Sportatorium. I'm going to get out of the way while the room is here, as Gary Young is kicking away at flamboyant Eric Embry. Young inflicting the punishment and the damage being done to Embry. And now he's taking him into the crowd. This could get very dangerous very quickly. Eric Embry being taken into the seats up high and rammed into the pole up there. I hope our cameras can get a good shot of that, but Gary Young just put Eric Embry into the steel pole at the top of the ramp here at the Sportatorium, and is now beating on him as they come back down the aisle and back into the ring area. Here comes Eric again. Eric reverses it, and Eric grabs Gary Young and pounds his head into the table. Embry back into the ring. Gary Young stunned by that sudden change of momentum. Eric Embry trying to catch a second win. Gary Young's back into the ring, coming out, one to the top of the head. Eric Embry goes down in a heap. Embry on the mat. Gary Young going right back after him. Turns him over and drops the leg across the face and goes for the cover. But before referee Tony Falk can get in position for a count, Embry kicks out. Young going right after Gary Young. Gary Young onto Embry now, onto the ropes. And block, reversal, Young into the buckle. And down goes Eric Embry. Embry down. Gary Young moving in. Going up under, going for the pile driver, rather nice reversal. Embry off and oh. No one home as Embry came down. Young follows with the elbow, he missed it. So two tactical errors by both Eric Embry and gorgeous Gary Young, back to back. Embry slugging from the sitting position, catches Young twice into the midsection, and Young follows through with a big elbow. These two men going tooth and nail after each other. Both men inflicting punishment on the other. Embry trying to come out from underneath. Young puts Eric Embry into the ropes, misses with the elbow. And a double clothesline, both men down. Referee Tony Fox starting the count on both men. Both men dazed and confused in the center of the ring. Young is up to his feet. Eric Embry is finally up. There's a kick to the midsection, and he gouged him right in the eye. Eric Embry, I think, just had enough. Put it right into the eye of gorgeous Gary Young and goes right after him. Throwing the fisticuffs. Here we go. Eric says this is for Texas and delivers hard. Gary Young put into the ropes. Embry goes for it. No, missed him. High knee coming off. Gary Young caught Eric Embry in the side of the jaw with the knee. 1, 2. Did he get the 3? No. Barely. Eric Embry staggered, almost out on his feet. Young going right in after him, catches him with the forearm. Gorgeous Gary Young has Eric Embry in a very precarious position. Here's the reversal. Young into the corner. Kick for Eric Embry coming in, and Eric's down in the middle of the ring again. The winner has the shot at the Texas Heavyweight Championship, a 2 count and a near pin for gorgeous Gary Young. Young needs to move in if he is going to capture this match and close out a victory, but instead he takes him into the turnbuckle. Eric Embry head first, being wore down, being punished by gorgeous Gary Young. Sent into the turnbuckle. Gary Young going through, he missed him. He caught him face first into the ring pole. 1, 2, 3, that's it. Eric Embry has won a shot at the Texas belt and a big victory over gorgeous Gary Young. JC, the Ice Baby, calling down Dr. Tom Pritchard to our ring table.
I sit here with you. You must be an insomniac's best friend, man. I've been listening to you in the back. Let's get to the match. I'm going to show you a color commentary.
Dr. Tom Pritchard coming in to be the color commentator, uninvited, I might ask, here on USWA Challenge. And here we go. Doug Gilbert and the Dirty White Boy with a double atomic drop from Jerry Lynn and Cody Michaels. And this should be a wild and woolly affair.
Well, first of all, I don't care if you invited me. The only thing that concerns me is Mr. JC himself asked me to come down here because you were putting everybody to sleep. Man, you don't need no nose. All you got to do is turn you on, man. And first of all, nobody asked you to come down here. I take it as a great insult to me that you're calling Dallas your home now, because you ain't and you never will be a Texan, boy.
Dr. Tom Pritchard screaming into the
I'm the guy down here doing color commentary. He doesn't belong here at all.
This is the man that I'm glad to see. Let me say that. Flamboyant Eric Embry, who just won a shot at the Texas Heavyweight Championship.
You know, he's got an awful big mouth, don't he? He's got an awful big mouth. I ain't supposed to be down here, but I want to come down here because there's a lot on my mind. I want to talk about the Texas Heavyweight title, Michael. I want to talk about the match in the ring.
I want to talk about a whole lot of things.
Well, Eric, it's good to have you here.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But, you know, what's really, really on my mind is that Texas heavyweight title, because it belongs to me. It belongs to my family. And, you know, I hope superstar Bill Dundee, I hope he hangs on to that title to where I can take that title and wear it more proudly than I've ever wore a belt in my life. Because, you know, I hope Bill Superstar Dundee hangs on to it, because, you know, I'd rather wrestle him than somebody like that Big Monster, Kong, or a few other people.
I can certainly understand that. Wait a minute, Dr. Tom Pritchard has some more.
No, wait just a minute. I don't think anybody really cares, Eric Embry, who you fight for the Texas Heavyweight Championship. What you concern yourself right now is the greatest and the real World Tag Team Champions standing outside the ring right now, Dirty Doug Gilbert and the Dirty White Boy. I am the man who is going to come out here and do some college commentary. Not you, not a bogus Texan. I was born, I was raised in Texas. I'm the only man that should be sitting out here. Texas adopted me, boy. Now, I got one thing I want to say. I got some telephone calls from some of my fans. They want to know why I'm not in Dallas all the time. Well, everybody knows I played a very instrumental, if not the most instrumental part in the USWA being born in Dallas.
That's right.
But I can't control my bookings. The USWA books me. I have an exclusive contract with them. They might book me in Puerto Rico, Louisville, Kentucky, Memphis, Tennessee, wherever it is. I've told them my preference is Dallas, Texas, and I want to spend as much time as I can here. And anytime the USWA says Eric Embry will be there, Eric Embry will be there. And superstar Bill Dundee, good luck, because I want to wrestle you for that Texas heavyweight title. Now, Michael, I'm going to leave because I'm going to try to control myself. But if he takes one move toward the ring, I'll be back.
Flamboyant Eric Embry making his feelings known very well here on USWA Challenge. Dr. Tom Pritchard, I guess, is going to rejoin me here. As in the ring, look at that move by Jerry Lynn on top of the Dirty White Boy. There's a kick for Dirty Doug Gilbert. And I might want to correct you, Dr. Tom, for one thing you said. These are not the USWA World Tag Team Champions.
In my eyes, they are the World Tag Team Champions. To me, they were never defeated. And if you're going to call Jeff Jarrett and Jerry Lawler the World Tag Team Champions, you have definitely not only got a speech impediment and problem, but you've got some eyesight problems you need to look into, too. Because how can you deny the fact that here's a young man in Dirty Doug Gilbert that the Dirty White Boy is taking under his wing? He's honing his talents, and he has made him a champion in every sense of the word. And this man has a long, long way to go. He's still a baby in professional wrestling terms, and he's got a long, far, great future ahead of him.
Well, they've got a couple of tough customers in the ring right now, and Jerry Lynn and Cody Michaels as Dirty Doug Gilbert backs Lynn into the rope.
Talking about this Bon Jovi reject here, man.
Right now, Gilbert's got his hands full. Look at this side. Look at that move! What a move by Jerry Lynn! Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a near pin.
What you see, it wasn't pinned. It was a near pin. That's
Let's take this break. We'll be back with more action right after this. Max Andrews, who is president of the USWA, has asked for the company, if you would, of Dr. Tom Pritchard. I don't know what you did, Eric, but I'm glad to see you back out here.
He didn't really ask. He said, Eric, you go tell Mr. Pritchard I said to come back to his dressing room right now.
Well, in the ring, we have a real Donnybrook underway. Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony caught in the side headlock by Cody Michaels. Michaels leaps over him. Uh-oh. There's JC, the Ice Baby, from outside, tripping up Cody Michaels. I'll tell you, JC is one of the most devious sorts I have ever seen in professional wrestling.
He's as low as they come. You know, there was good teamwork on the Dirty White Boys right there. The one distracted the referee. The manager tripped him up and put his team back on top. I don't agree with their tactics, but they're a good, rough, rugged team.
No doubt about it. They get the job done. There's a side-to-side suplex by Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony. Cover on Cody Michaels, but all he got was a 2 count. Michaels out from underneath. Tag is made, and here comes Dirty Doug Gilbert. Of course, a big heritage in this young man's family. Double elbow and Cody goes down. Doug Gilbert with a right hand to the head, and the punishment being dished out by the Memphis Mafia.
You know, Michael, the USWA is certainly bringing in a lot of wrestling talent to Dallas that's never been here before, that's been wrestling out of the Memphis USWA office and up through that area. And, you know, there's 5 or 6 people here tonight that's never been down to this part, as only the USWA goes. Look at that taunt there, that vicious slap right to the side of the face.
Well, I'll tell you, Eric, the one thing the USWA enjoys, and that is that there are wrestlers literally standing in line to come into the USWA because of the quality of competition.
Yes, it is.
Oh, here we go. Dr. Tom Pritchard back out here.
I looked all over for Max Andrews. I couldn't find nobody nowhere in the back of the dressing room, man. By the way, who is Max Andrews, man? Huh?
Dr. Tom Pritchard obviously upset.
I'm coming out here to do color commentary. You think you're a real smart guy, don't you? Huh?
He's easy, isn't he, Michael? Did you find Max Andrews, Pritchard?
Max Andrews, you think you're real funny, don't you, huh? You're in an adopted state, you got some guy back.
Eric, let me just warn you, don't open a Pandora's box with this guy, because I can tell from the way he's talking, there may be some lights on, but nobody home.
Yeah, but if
Oh, no. My house ain't vacant, pal. Anytime you want to step in the ring.
Oh! There's action in the ring. A near pin going on in the ring right now.
I don't know who you think it is, but I couldn't find nobody. I'm out here, man, to do what I gotta do.
you keep flapping your jaws, you're not only going to know who Max Andrews is, you're going to know who Eric Embry is too, boy.
Small package, Cody Michaels has Dirty Doug Gilbert wrapped up in the ring. We've got action in the ring. We've got action in a verbal battle here at the table between Dr. Tom Pritchard and Eric Embry, and it is just getting out of hand. Dirty Doug Gilbert in the ring with that neck. That's a reverse chin lock, but he hasn't got it locked on.
You know, I got to say it again because it's on my mind, so heavy, so strong. That Texas heavyweight title, Michael, I'm going to get it. And Superstar Bill Dundee, all the luck in the world, man. I hope you hang on to it because I want it. And like I said before, you know, I'd rather wrestle Dundee than, you know, hey, one of these dirty white boys with that big monster con.
Now you see what real world tag team championship is about, Embry. Now you see what a tag team is. Now you see when you got a couple punks on the other side of the ring as compared to professional.
Now let me show you what Dallas, Texas is all about.
Eric Embry cranking up the crowd. I don't know what match is more intense, whether it's the match in the ring or the match on the floor, but all I know is
This guy's not supposed to be out here to begin with. He shouldn't be at the table, and he doesn't need to be inciting these redneck idiots, man.
in the meantime, Dirty Doug Gilbert on Cody Michaels. They are solidly behind. There is a beautiful move by Cody Michaels in the DDT on Doug Gilbert. How about that, Dr. Tom?
I think it was a lucky shot if you ask me, man. You don't ever count Doug Gilbert out, man. He's still got a partner on his side.
Gilbert, will he go for the tag? No, but Cody Michaels will.
Let this guy down now.
Jerry Lynn enters the ring like a house of fire. Full scoop and slam on Gilbert. There's one for Tony Anthony. Double team now, Lynn and Cody Michaels. Dirty white boy into the ropes. Double drop kick. They're going to do the same maybe to Doug Gilbert. Will it be? It will. It connects. 1, 2, count of 2 was all that Cody Michaels got that time. On Dirty Gilbert, all 4 men in the ring. And there comes JC from behind. He had his boot off, and he nailed Jerry Lynn from behind. 1, 2, 3. And the Memphis Mafia will get the pin in the match with a lot of help from JC, the Ice Baby, from outside the ring. So the Dirty White Boy and Dirty Doug Gilbert get the fall and the match here on USWA Challenge. And what wild action we have. And we've still got a big main event to come up. Let's take a break and we'll be back with more action. the Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas. Michael St. John here at USWA Challenge. Central, I guess you might call this. We're at the microphone at ringside, and joining me for this tag team match between the U.S. male Curtis Thompson and Chris Walker going up against Sweet Daddy Falcone and the Dog of War is Dr. Tom Pritchard. This time I have asked Dr. Tom to join us here at the ringside because obviously you have a lot on your mind.
Well, first of all, let me just tell you, I looked all over the dressing room for a guy they call Max Andrews. I don't know who Max Andrews is. I don't know who Eric Embry thinks he is for trying to send me on some kind of wild goose chase. But since you asked me to come down here to begin with, man, I am coming down here to let you know what's on my mind, because I am a man that is not ever at a loss for words, as you will find out as the weeks go by. Keep the cameras wherever you want, man.
Not only are you not a man that's at a loss for words, using the gestures of your hand coming this direction, just be careful.
Well, you know, as a wrestler and not only a black belt in karate, I use my hands and my feet very, very adequately, as again, you will find out shortly.
Sensational tag team in the ring right now. U.S. male Curtis Thompson and his partner Chris Walker. Walker getting the start up against Dog of War. Your referee, of course, Tony Falk, is assigned by the USWA. Dog of War has Sweet Daddy Falcone, who is recovering from a knee injury, in his corner. And this match is scheduled 1 fall with our television time remaining. Dr. Tom, as you can tell, the USWA obviously an organization that is drawing the tops in wrestling talent from all over the world into this area. And right now you've got one of the top up-and-coming tag teams. They've been on a very successful tour of South Africa. They have ventured to Japan and now are in the USWA, and Chris Walker and Curtis Thompson, the U.S. male.
Well, I would have told you that the USWA is bringing in some of the top talent because I am here, not because of Chris Walker and Curtis Thompson, the U.S. males. Sure, they may have done something somewhere else. Sure, they may have gone to South Africa and won a title or two here or there. But you see, the real reason I am here is because the USWA are calling people like Jeff Jarrett a Southern heavyweight champion. They're calling people like Jerry the King Lawler and Jeff Jarrett a World Tag Team Championship combination. And then you got a guy by the name of Superstar Bill Dundee who has the audacity and gall to call himself the Texas Heavyweight Champion.
Well, Dr. Tom, I got news for you. Superstar Bill Dundee won that in a tournament, in a round-robin tournament.
But who was in the tournament? Was I here? Was I in the tournament? No. I'm here now. I'm here to show you. I'm here to show the people of Dallas, Texas, that you do have the best in the USWA, because Dr. Tom Pritchard is here, man. I'm known nationwide. I'm known all over the world. You can ask anybody. You can check the records. You can check anything you want, man. That's these two guys over here. They'll tell you who Tom Pritchard is.
Well, right now, I'm afraid Dog of War and Sweet Daddy Falcone have their hands full in the U.S. male and Curtis Thompson and Chris Walker in the ring. I don't think they've got any time to be answering any questions. And you say you're the best. Okay, I know for a fact you have a great reputation. You are from Houston, Texas. You have been a champion in the Southeast states. And I also know that you're here with one thing on your mind, obviously, and it's got to be that Texas belt. But I think you better start proving it in the ring and not here at the microphone.
Well, I can prove it anytime you want to get in the ring, just like these U.S. male guys. Sure, they can lift a lot of weight. Sure, they look real nice, and the girls will scream for you and everything else when you step through the ring. But you see, when you do step through those ropes, you can't only look good, you got to perform, man.
Well, let's take a break, and we'll be back with more USWA Challenge right after this. Back with you on USWA Challenge, and they tie up in the ring. Sweet Daddy Falcone moving the U.S. male into the corner. So Falcone wound up for that shot. U.S. male moved out of the way, and he had his own male to deliver in the corner.
Now you see, it was just a simple rookie mistake on Sweet Daddy Falcone's part. I don't know how long he's been wrestling. I'm not sure about this Dog of War. He looks like a pretty rough guy, but you see, that was just a simple mistake when he didn't hold the guy tight enough, and he almost made a very serious mistake.
Dog of War and Sweet Daddy Falcone both showing the brunt of that by the U.S. male. And the U.S. male, as I said, he delivered what he had to do. He did what he had to do. Sweet Daddy Falcone, in the meantime, dog of war, trying to recapture their spirit on the floor before climbing back through the ropes.
Okay, but they sure haven't shown me any wrestling, man. They showed me some jumping around. They showed me maybe they can dodge a few bullets here or there, but you still got to show me, can you get down? Can you pin a man in the middle of the mat? Are you not only looking good, can you not only press about 500 pounds, but can you wrestle? Can you grab a man? Sure, he's got a wrist lock right now, and he is controlling his man. I will give the guy that. But you see, it takes a lot more than just putting on your tights, walking in there thinking you're going to be a wrestler, especially here in the USWA, from what I understand.
U.S. male going to make his tag. Here comes Chris Walker back into the ring, and right away going to work on the upper part of the arm of Sweet Daddy Falcone. You know, Tom, Dr. Tom, you say a lot, and I understand what you're saying, but you got to give credit where credit is due, and that is the U.S. male Curtis Thompson and Chris Walker are one of the top tag teams in the world. They've proven themselves elsewhere, and now they're going to prove themselves here. Look at that double chop, and Falcone goes down.
Well, as I said before, Michael St. John, you can prove yourself elsewhere. But the fact remains, you got to prove yourself here. You got to prove yourself now, man. What goes around comes around, sure it does. But it doesn't matter if you want to prove it somewhere.
Dog of War flipped into the ring from across the way by Chris Walker, who was shaking the ropes.
If you want to prove it somewhere else, you should have stayed somewhere else. Right now, they're in Dallas, Texas, at the world-famous Sportatorium, and I'm sure they like nothing better than to make an impression on all the fans. They like nothing better than to make an impression on the officials here at the USWA. And by the way, who is Max Andrews, man?
Max Andrews is the president of the USWA, but we're not talking about Max Andrews right now. We're talking about the talent that is in the ring, and boy, do we have a lot of it. And one other thing I have to ask you, Dr. Tom, what about this association with you and JC the Ice Baby? JC's going around saying he's responsible for bringing you here.
Well, all I got to say about JC and the Ice Baby, the Dirty White Boy, and Dirty Doug Gilbert, you'll find out that I have associations all over the wrestling world. You'll find out that I am not standing alone, but I have what it takes. What a mistake there. Now that's what I'm talking about. You may look good, you may be able to press a lot of weight, but you better be able to hit a man when you throw a drop kick.
And Sweet Daddy Falcone taking advantage, but here comes Chris Walker firing back. I have one other question too. Dr. Tom Pritchard, I've heard the name, I've read about you. What's the doctor? What kind of doctor are you anyway?
I am a psychiatrist in the ring. I know every move there is to make, not only in a wrestling move. I can psych you out. I know what brain trip to lay on you next. I know every move to make. I can psych you out just by looking at you, man. I'm a very intimidating person alone with my mind.
Sweet Daddy flying through the rope, or off the ropes into the ring, through the air, and he missed Chris Walker. Both men down. Falcone needs desperately to make a tag. Likewise for Chris Walker.
Both guys need desperately to make a tag, man. Both guys definitely.
And Walker did it. Now Falcone makes the tag, and the Dog of War in up against U.S. male Curtis Thompson, and Thompson is unloaded.
He better fire up against these two big guys, or they're both going to be in trouble, man. He needs a partner with quick recuperative powers, man.
All four men in the ring above us. Chris Walker tied up with Falcone.
Now they're making a little mistake. They got to get their partnership together and need to make it together, man.
They got it together, but not the way I think you were referring to. Sweet Daddy caught with that double clothesline. They locked hands. Curtis is
now, why is he getting out of the ring is what I want to know. If you got a partner, you should stay in there the whole time and help him out, man. Do some double teaming. Show me what you got.
Scoop power slam that time by Curtis Thompson, the U.S. male. Chris Walker now. They are teaming and working well together.
Nice
Walker.
guys finished last in my book, man.
Flying tackle off the top rope. 2-3. Got him. Chris Walker. Oh, here comes the Dirty White Boy and JC the Ice Baby.
I'm going to show you my alliance with my friends here now, man.
Dr. Tom Pritchard is headed into the ring. JC the Ice Baby bringing his team in, the Memphis Mafia, to go after Curtis Thompson and the U.S. male, and they are doing just that. Thompson and the U.S. male, Chris Walker, are very much outnumbered, and there could be some mortal damage done here, but here comes Jeff Jarrett and superstar Bill Dundee. Chris Thompson and Chris Walker, and that is it. Main event time on USWA Wrestling. Jerry the King Lawler talking with referee James Beard, and what a grudge he is harboring with Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And of course, there's no love lost by Gilbert. Gilbert quickly drops down to the floor, walking over by our table here, and is getting the microphone.
The first thing I want you stinking Texas people to do is to know and acknowledge who your new king is, not this piece of nothing happening person in the ring. I am the king of wrestling, and I want the respect that I deserve. Shut up over there. I don't need any of you cheering for me. I don't like this stinking place. I didn't even want to come here. You want to call him your king? Is that your king? I'm your king.
Obviously a self-proclamation by Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert.
Yes, but he came right out here to the table and he made that proclamation for everyone in Dallas, Texas to hear, especially that green polka-dotted monster in the ring right there. Because if you look at this guy, he definitely don't look kingly to me, man.
Well, nevertheless, whatever your opinion may be, Jerry the King Lawler has climbed to the mountaintop. He has held the Unified World Heavyweight Championship, and he is the king of professional wrestling.
Jerry Lawler climbed to the mountaintop, and Jerry Lawler was knocked right off the edge of that mountain, and he's right down at the bottom again. He has no right, he has no distinction at all to be calling himself a king.
Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert on the floor once more. It doesn't look to me like he wants to have anything to do with Jerry Lawler in this match.
You talk about strategy, you're talking about picking your shots. Eddie Gilbert is a legend slayer in his right.
You cheap seats, you can say something too, you know. Go out and get a job. Maybe you can afford to sit down here.
Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert picking on the crowd. I'm afraid that Eddie Gilbert may be a little too, how can I say it? Maybe he's taking Jerry the King Lawler a little too lightly, or is this his strategy, Mr. Psychology?
No. I don't think Eddie Gilbert takes Jerry Lawler lightly at all. These guys are no strangers whatsoever. Jerry Lawler has felt the wrath of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert before, and that's why Jerry Lawler is no longer the unified heavyweight champion of the world, thanks to one Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Now, if you notice, it's Eddie Gilbert taking the advantage right now.
Gilbert coming back to the table after...
I told you I was the king. And
Eddie Gilbert.
You didn't see me laying on my back, did you?
No, sir, you did not. That is the mark of a king, if you ask me. That is the mark of a champion. If this is a king, show me where it shows me in the book. Eddie Gilbert took the king of professional wrestling and threw him on his back.
Excuse me, Dr. Tom Pritchard, but let me interject something. This match is a long way from being over, and one back body drop or one right hand does not tell the tale of this match, I can assure you.
Not at all. No, that's not what I'm saying. But Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert has proven himself through the years that he is a force to be reckoned with. That's why he's in the ring with the king right now.
Lawler coming off the ropes, DDT, and down goes Eddie Gilbert, and he rolls and he rolls and he finally rolls out onto the floor.
Well, I never said Lawler wasn't a smart guy in the ring. Maybe he was the Unified World Heavyweight Champion at one time.
Are you backtracking, Dr. Tom?
No, I'm not backtracking one bit. I'm just stating a fact. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert has an international reputation that precedes him coming to Dallas, Texas. Jerry the King Lawler has an international reputation that also precedes him coming to Dallas, Texas. That's why these two men are in the main event tonight here in the Sportatorium.
And Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert quickly back to the floor. It still does not look to me like Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert wants anything to do with Jerry the King Lawler. Could he be afraid of Lawler? He's claiming the crown. He's tried to run over Lawler. He's attacked him with fire. He's done everything he possibly can to raise the ire of Jerry Lawler, but now is perhaps Eddie Gilbert having second thoughts.
I don't think Eddie Gilbert would be afraid of anybody who'd be wearing green polka dots on their wrestling tights. And if he is, he needs to go back to the dressing room and regroup, man. And he needs to think about getting into something else. Jerry the King Lawler may have done a few things in his career that are noteworthy.
Eddie Gilbert, we've got to take a break. Let's take one quickly.
In a lot of tough matches through the years, and I've seen him come back from a lot worse than a foot in the face from a guy like Jerry Lawler. And you know, where do you think he got those tights, huh? Maybe a little dream wear? I don't know, man. I can't take anything away from Lawler, but at the same time, you got something with the charisma, the attitude of Eddie Gilbert. He's not a nice guy. He's a guy who wants to get in and make another reputation for himself. Every victory for Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert just adds to his reputation, just adds to the credentials, the long list of credentials, and a win over Jerry Lawler right here on TV tonight would send shockwaves again through the wrestling world.
Well, Jerry the King Lawler wanted this match. It is a grudge match. He said any place, any time. It was booked for the Sportatorium in Dallas. Lawler came ready to fight, but it looks like Eddie Gilbert came ready to do anything but. Lawler that time caught him with that left hand. Look at that punch. Lawler going right after Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And Eddie Gilbert is reeling. Lawler gonna load it up and unload it, and Gilbert goes down.
Now, if you notice, Lawler threw about 5 punches there, and Eddie Gilbert stayed on his feet. Here you go. Take a rest, Eddie. Take a rest. Get your composure. Learn to live with it, man. Take it easy. Well, watch this guy.
Eddie Gilbert in a precarious position right now, and so are we, as Jerry Lawler climbing the ropes above our table here at ringside. Well,
you better pay attention to the guy over here, not worry about the commentator.
Lawler now intercepting the chair that Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert threw in the ring. He was going to use it, but referee James Beard
Good strategy.
Going to take it away and toss it out of the ring, luckily, before any damage could be done. Here's Lawler. He's waiting for Gilbert. All Gilbert is doing is just making Jerry a little bit more and more mad. He's to the boiling point right now.
I think Jerry Lawler has a concentration problem. He wants to look down at the commentary desk. He better pay attention to his opponent in the ring, because Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert is not a guy you better take your eyes off of, man. You turn your back on Eddie Gilbert, he's the kind of guy that'll nail you from behind, and he will be relentless in his attack. I can promise you that.
Lawler closing in on Eddie. Eddie Gilbert back into the corner again. Test of strength perhaps coming up. Lawler with the obvious advantage here, taking it away from Eddie Gilbert. Eddie goes to kick him in the midsection, but Lawler intercepts the foot. Brings Gilbert out to the middle of the ring. What are we going to have happen here? He trips him up and follows with a right hand to the side of the jaw. And again, Eddie Gilbert's on the floor.
Well, now, if you notice, that's not bad thinking on Eddie Gilbert's part. He rolls outside. He wants to regain his composure. I don't know why you're saying that that's not too bad. I'm saying it's pretty smart on Eddie Gilbert's part to get outside the ring. Take your time against somebody like Jerry Lawler. He is a tough man. He is a guy that you gotta watch. But Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert is a guy you better watch even closer. Because like you said, he's not a nice guy. And when he gets his opportunity, he will take full opportunity to knock you out.
Eddie Gilbert coming slyly back into the ring. He's got something behind his back. Got a good camera shot of whatever it is right there.
That was his hand behind his back.
He's got something in his hand, Dr. Pritchard, and it just went into his trunks. This is a sly fox in the ring. Eddie Gilbert has long been known for this kind of activity.
Well, just a couple minutes ago, Lawler wasn't too hesitant about rushing Gilbert. Now he wants to hold back. Now he wants to talk to the referee. Now he wants to talk to all these ignorant idiot fans out here in Dallas. You know the definition of a redneck man? It's legally stupid.
Well, a referee checking Eddie Gilbert. He had it concealed somewhere, but where, I don't know. And what it is, I don't know, but it's something, I can assure you. Jerry Lawler is telling the referee, even the crowd sees it. Gilbert a little upset. He's got Lawler now, and whatever it is, he's working Lawler over with it.
Whatever it is, it just did the job for Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you do it. This is professional wrestling. This is a man who held the Unified World Heavyweight Championship. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert came in here, and he said, Jerry Lawler's not the king. Jerry Lawler is nothing. Jerry Lawler is a loser, and you got nothing to say to me, man.
Dr. Tom, I must warn you, you don't need to be getting involved in distracting the referee as you just did.
I'm not getting involved at all. It's not my fault that these people in the ring cannot keep their eyes from this commentary desk. I'm not doing anything. First it was Lawler looking over here. Then you got the referee wanting to check this out. I'm not so sure what everybody's talking about, man.
Lawler coming to his feet very slowly. It looked like Eddie Gilbert tried to poke his eye out. Gilbert closing in, telling the referee something.
Eddie Gilbert had done nothing but wrestle, man. He's been showing some fantastic wrestling moves.
Eddie Gilbert keeps telling the referee to come over and talk to us. I obviously have nothing to say to the referee, but it seems like you may have something to say.
I've got plenty to say to these referees here. I think they're doing a pretty shabby job, man. I think a lot of times you got a guy like Tony Falk who wants to take off his shirt and beat up on some poor kid who's out here trying to make his way in professional wrestling as a manager. Then you got this guy who can't do his job.
Lawler down again, and did Eddie Gilbert just throw something at?
He didn't throw nothing at me, man. All he did was walk over to the other side of the ring. I don't know what you're talking about. It looks like Jerry Lawler is in no kingly position right now. It looks like the Legend Slayer, Eddie Gilbert, is taking care of Jerry, the ex-King Lawler.
Right hand by Gilbert. Lawler reeling in the corner. Eddie Gilbert pouring it on. The King is in trouble. Eddie continues to throw the right hands, and Jerry Lawler is reeling, and down he goes, holding his face with a relentless attack at the hands of Eddie Gilbert. Eddie putting the boot across the neck. Referee warning Gilbert, pushing him out of the way as Lawler right now. Lawler is hurt.
This is the Eddie Gilbert that has made his reputation known worldwide. Jerry Lawler thought he could come in this ring and make a cakewalk out of this match. Eddie Gilbert is showing Jerry Lawler, you better be on your toes whenever you step in the ring, man. It doesn't matter. You can't just walk in here and expect an easy victory.
Lawler rubbing at his eye. Eddie Gilbert from behind closing in, and is going to take the King and put his head right into that turnbuckle.
No, not the King. He's taking Lawler. I don't even want to call him the King, man. He's not the King. He's not a champion.
Belly to back suplex, and Lawler is down. Gilbert for the cover, 1, 2, and that's it. Lawler out from underneath. Jerry being very resilient and knew where he was. He knew where the count was, and he got Gilbert off of him right in the nick of time.
Now, how do you know Jerry Lawler knows where he is? I think he's punch drunk, man.
Count of 2 was all Eddie Gilbert could get.
Or I might be half right.
Lawler escapes one more time. Lawler coming to his feet slowly. Gilbert winding up, punching at the King, throwing another right hand.
But look at Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert stay on Jerry Lawler, relentlessly staying on the attack.
Lawler now firing back. He's got Gilbert reeling. Down goes Eddie Gilbert. Lawler gonna do it again, tosses him. No, he hit referee James Beard. Beard is down, Lawler down. Gilbert digging into his trunks again. Lawler up to his feet, going to check on the referee. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert's got something in his hand. and he just nailed Lawler with it.
It looks like he just nailed Lawler with a pretty good right cross, if you ask me.
2, and
Come on! That was a 3 count if I've ever seen one. What is wrong with this guy?
Right hand by Gilbert again. Lawler taking the blows. Gilbert pouring them in. Uh-oh! Here comes the king. Left hand, left hand, left hand. Still pouring them into the jaw of Eddie Gilbert, and down goes hot stuff Eddie Gilbert.
Now, why isn't the referee warning Lawler? Why isn't the referee stepping in and warning Jerry Lawler to stop throwing punches?
Gonna pile drive him in the middle of the ring. He's got him up. He's got him down. Lawler with the pile driver on Gilbert. Going into the corner. Lawler ready to come down. He's got the fist aimed. Fire. Got him. This could be it right here. Lawler continuing to punch at Gilbert. Wait a minute. Here comes Doug Gilbert.
Very good.
Dirty Doug Gilbert, Eddie Gilbert's brother, in. The referee has ordered the bell. This will be a technical loss for Eddie Gilbert for outside interference. In the meantime, Doug Gilbert going after Jerry Lawler.
Anytime you got the Gilberts in the same building together, that's blood, man. You're talking about brothers watching each other's back. You know, man, anytime you got these guys together, they're going to be watching each other's back.
There goes a chair in the ring. The referee is at bay. There's nothing he can really do, and now he's tossed out of the ring by Eddie Gilbert as Doug and Eddie are going to work on Lawler. They're going to pile drive him into the steel chair.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness.
This is an end. This is why they call Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert the Legend Slayer, because he put more of these guys that they call legends and they call kings out of commission.
And Lawler is down, victim to that pile driver into the steel chair. Doug Gilbert and Eddie Gilbert continuing to work over the king. Doug's got the chair again. Eddie now calling for the microphone. Lawler is at...
Is this all you Texas people have to offer me?
Yeah.
Doug Gilbert.
Is this your best?
Doing the damage.
I don't think so.
And Eddie Gilbert bragging
First
about
it was
it.
Jeff Jarrett, now it's your king. I am your king.
He is.
I am the king of the USWA. Not Jerry Lawler, not Jeff Jarrett,
No, sir.
not Bill Dundee.
Not at all.
Hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert. And next time you people come out here to see me, take a shower. Put a little deodorant on, cause you stink just like Jerry Lawler stinks.
Eddie Gilbert with some words. We're going to have to take a break. The Gilberts doing their damage to Jerry the King Lawler. We'll be back to close today's program right after these messages. Back with you on USWA Wrestling. I've been joined at ringside by the controversial Dr. Tom Pritchard. And the winner of this match upcoming gets a shot at the Southern Heavyweight Championship, now held by Simply Irresistible Jeff Jarrett. The participants tonight are Stunning Steve Austin, 266 pounds, and the USWA World Light Heavyweight Champion, Nightmare Danny Davis, at 209 pounds. The Nightmare giving up a lot of weight to the big man Austin, but you're talking about a man that holds the belt, the light heavyweight champion, the only one in the world today.
Well, I think Stunning Steve Austin definitely has a fantastic future ahead of him in this sport, because being the 1990 Rookie of the Year has given him the confidence he needs to compete against a veteran and a world light heavyweight champion like Danny Davis.
Well, it's very obvious that this could not be a title match, because Stunning Steve Austin weight exceeds the limits of the light heavyweight championship, which is, I understand, at 210 pounds. And Danny Davis at 209, coming in on the scale just under that, has held this title, I understand, for quite a long time.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I thought the World Light Heavyweight Championship was the limit was around 230. I'm not quite sure about that. I'm going to have to check into it myself. myself, I'm weighing a good 227 right now, and I wouldn't mind challenging Nightmare Danny Davis for that World Light Heavyweight Championship. Even though I am a full-fledged heavyweight, and I do compete in the heavyweight ranks just as Danny Davis, I would like nothing better than to knock Danny Davis off his so-called throne.
I stand corrected. In checking my notes here at ringside, the light heavyweight championship, the weight limit is 225 pounds. Can you drop a couple of pounds, Dr. Tom?
Yeah, well, if they called for it, if I had an opportunity, maybe. I don't know.
In the meantime, Stunning Steve Austin at this point taking the measure of the Nightmare Danny Davis. I failed to mention, and it is certainly not an oversight on my part, because she is certainly a stunning woman at ringside, the lovely Jeannie, accompanying Steve Austin to the ring for the matches here at the Sportatorium. And Jeannie applauding now her man. Now a little conversation ensuing between Austin and Jeannie.
I think that might give it just a little more incentive when you're in the ring. You got somebody like Jeannie on the outside. Wouldn't that make you want to maybe impress a woman like that? Wouldn't that make you fight just a little bit harder to know that not only you'll walk away with a winner's purse tonight, but you'll be walking away with Jeannie in one of her better moods, man. And I don't know what could be better than that.
Did you say that Stunning Steve Austin was going to walk away with Jeannie's purse?
No, the winner's purse, and then maybe walk away with Jeannie in a fantastic mood. They can go out on the town, they can celebrate, and they will have a wonderful time.
And the winner, of course, will get the Southern Heavyweight title shot. And look at that right hand by Austin. Referee James Beard stepping in to break things up, but Austin with a little sucker punch there, taking every advantage on the Nightmare Danny Davis, and Danny being choked by Austin right in front of us here at the table.
Well, no matter what you say about Danny Davis being a light heavyweight champion, no matter what you say about Steve Austin being a full-fledged heavyweight, Nightmare Danny Davis can definitely deliver some heavyweight chops and punches in the wrestling ring.
Austin with the clothesline on Danny Davis, and Danny out in the ring and now being stepped on in the throat area again by Austin. And you're talking about 266 pounds of pressure coming down on the throat of the Nightmare.
I am very, very impressed with the agility and ability of Stunning Steve Austin. He is moving like a cat. In fact, you might say he's moving like a light heavyweight in the ring tonight.
Right now, Austin taking the measure of Nightmare Danny Davis. Danny, a substantial underdog. Look at this. Look at this.
Now, you know, maybe Danny might have called her a name. He might have insulted her dignity. He might have insulted this woman, and you don't do that to a woman like Jeannie. She doesn't take too much from nobody, from what I understand, man.
Austin going in on the Nightmare, and a belly-to-back suplex puts him down. Austin confident with just a lackadaisical press that time, but Danny Davis, knowing it and feeling it, is out from underneath at the count of two.
But if you notice, Stunning Steve Austin is controlling Nightmare Danny Davis, who is a veteran of the ring wars, and this Stunning Steve Austin is showing that he is very, very fastly becoming a veteran. He is learning quickly. He is learning every time he steps through those ropes, and he's showing his learned ability against Nightmare Danny Davis this evening.
Here's Davis coming off the ropes. Davis caught with the knee. I agree with you that Austin is a force to be reckoned with in the USWA, but I must insist that this match, even though looking at some way of a mismatch, you've got the speed and the agility and the quickness of a Nightmare Danny Davis against the youth, the exuberance, and the raw strength and talent of a Stunning Steve Austin. This is a good matchup, even though distribution weight-wise, it's a little tipped to one side of the scale.
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly say it was a mismatch. I would say you got it, maybe not on even terms because of Danny Davis's ability and ring time. But Stunning Steve Austin looks like he's had more ring time than he actually has had. He has been controlling this match. He has been controlling Danny Davis, and this says a lot for the ability of this young man.
I cannot help but keep noticing Jeannie, who is scowling at ringside right now, although that Austin has the reverse chinlock on Danny Davis. Jeannie not pleased that Austin didn't get a pin already in this match and taking this one home.
Well, I think Jeannie is looking stunning herself this evening, and she's there not only for moral support, but maybe Danny Davis can't keep his eyes off her, and maybe that's what got Danny Davis in all this trouble to begin with.
I agree with you saying that Jeannie is a stunning woman, but I must disagree. I am perhaps from the old school. I don't agree with having Jeannie in the corner of someone like Steve Austin with the ability to interfere in a match. If she wants to be a wrestler, let's put her in the ring. Let's put her up against a sweet Georgia Brown. Let's put her up against a good woman wrestler. But don't stand on the outside and do more than moral support. I mean, this is a woman that gets involved.
I think that's your opinion, and you know hell have no fury like a woman scorned, and if Danny Davis is going to insult this woman, I don't think she should stand by and take that.
Right now, Danny Davis taking the punishment from stunning Steve Austin, and Austin has had things going his way in this match just about the entire duration, and Danny needs a break of some sort, but he's not going to get it like that, and he's certainly not going to get it like that.
Now, Danny, I think, might have spit up, got something in her eye, and now you don't do that to a lady. You don't treat a lady like that, ringside or not.
I quite frankly disagree with you, Dr. Tom Pritchard. I don't think Jeannie is acting.
Now look at Steve Austin take control. He has not let up for the past 4 or 5 minutes on Danny Davis. He has this man in complete control. This guy is showing me a lot of fortitude. He's showing me that he has a lot on the ball, and he will definitely be a force to reckon with within the next few years of his short career.
Danny Davis coming out of that, he may have had a partial sleeper on Danny Davis that time, but Davis now just caught in the reverse chinlock. The referee checking with Danny to see if he wants to give it up. I don't think Danny Davis wants to give up even the possibility of a shot at the Southern Heavyweight Championship.
Well, you notice Austin has his fingers locked around the chin. He's got it pretty secure. He's got his knee up against his back. And you're right, these guys are fighting for the chance to wrestle the Southern Heavyweight Champion, regardless of who it is. And they want to show, both of these guys want to show to the people here in Texas that they are worthy of a championship belt.
Danny Davis is caught in the reverse chinlock. He's coming to his feet. Danny Davis needs to break this hold, but instead Steve Austin raking at the eyes. A little delay on Austin's part as to what to do, and it gave enough room for Danny Davis to duck out of the way, and stunning Steve is on the floor.
Well, Austin delayed his way on in the whole match, and all Danny had to do was move out of the way one time, and here came Austin sprawling out on the floor, and Davis, being a ring general he is, took advantage of the situation.
Austin going after Danny up against that ring pole, caught the corner of it with his shoulder. Stunning Steve is down and is reeling with the punches of Nightmare Danny Davis. Davis follows Austin back into the ring. Now a reversal. Flying body press. 1, 2, oh. I thought he had him, Tom.
Well, as I said, Danny Davis may be a light heavyweight champion, but he packs a heavyweight punch.
That is a neck breaker, Nightmare style. And that is the Nightmare neck breaker. Davis closing in. Flying mare out of the corner. Is this a man possessed or not? Danny Davis taking the fight right to stunning Steve Austin.
Well, I think once he got his second win, Danny Davis is going to take full advantage because he wants a shot at that Southern Heavyweight title too.
Austin rolling him up, 1, 2, and 3.
But he don't want it as bad as Steve Austin does, obviously.
Steven Austin with a big advantage, winning the match. He'll now get a shot at the Southern Heavyweight Championship, but Tom Pritchard. Austin using the advantage of the ropes. Earlier tonight here at the Sportatorium, a Southern heavyweight title match was on tap. Simply Irresistible Jeff Jarrett defending his belt against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And guess who shows up? The Awesome Kong. Take a look. Gilbert back into the ring. Jeff trying to regain his balance now, but he's literally hobbling around on one good knee as Eddie Gilbert is working over the left one. Trying to get Jeff into a point of submission or a pinning point, which is going to be very difficult to do. This is a very resilient young man. And he has held this title half crab now by Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert on Jeff Jarrett. And Gilbert putting the pressure on, adding a little bit to the pressure as he reaches out, and he's either grabbing or shaking the ropes. I believe he may have a hold of the ropes or had a hold of the ropes. And he indeed does. I don't know if we can get a shot of this, but Eddie Gilbert, there he is with his hand on the ropes, putting a little bit of extended pressure on the stretched knee of Jeff Jarrett in the half crab. Gilbert again, a shortcut. Again, reaching into the bag of dirty tricks that Eddie Gilbert employs, trying everything in his power to take the Southern Heavyweight Championship away from Simply Irresistible Jeff Jarrett. He's got that rope again. Referee James Beard asking Jeff Jarrett. Jeff saying no, he's not going to submit it. Gilbert, in the meantime, continues to punish the knee out of the sight of referee James Beard. And much to James' credit, he can't be two places at one time. And he needs to be checking with the man to see if this is a submission hold, a submission combination. So he needs to be checking with the fallen athlete to see if he wants to give it up. But in the meantime, Eddie Gilbert taking advantage of the situation, and the referee being in a correct position, and Eddie Gilbert just taking a little shortcut. Rolls Jeff Jarrett over, puts a knee to the back of the leg of Jeff.
Give it up, Jeff. Come on. Give me that belt.
An outside toe hold. Gilbert twisting away on the foot, but that's really putting the pressure on the knee again, and that was a near pin on Jeff Jarrett. Jeff in some kind of pain right now, shaking his head, trying to gain an advantage or at least escape out of the punishment being dished out by Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert.
I'm gonna beat you, champion.
Referee again asking Jeff Jarrett if he wants to give it up. Count of two, oh, 2.5. We've had several near pins on Jeff Jarrett. And now Jarrett coming out of it. Whatever it was something he needed to do at this point in time. There's an uppercut and another one and a leg trip. And all of a sudden, Jeff Jarrett finds himself in the same predicament. Will Gilbert stay with that punishment on the knee? Indeed he will. This is a cunning individual now going for the figure four. This could do it. We could have a new Southern Heavyweight Champion right here and now. Figure four locked in on Jeff Jarrett by Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And Eddie Gilbert has got it on. Screaming to our table that he is the new champion. Give me the belt, says Eddie Gilbert.
He's out of here. He's out of here, Michael. My belt now. I'm the next champion. I'm gonna break his leg.
You can hear the screams of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert threatening to break the leg of Simply Irresistible Jeff Jarrett. Jarrett trying to reverse it. This is a hold that, if done properly and correctly, could be reversed. And if anybody knows how to do that, I can assure you that Simply Irresistible Jeff Jarrett does. 1, 2, Jarrett's back on the mat, though, as Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert maintains the advantage. What a battle we have had for the Southern Heavyweight Championship. Jeff Jarrett trying to escape. Referee James Beard watching carefully. Can Jeff Jarrett turn the tables on Eddie Gilbert? Jarrett trying to come out of the figure four, nearly, but no. Eddie Gilbert maintaining the hold. 1, 2, and again, Jeff Jarrett nearly pinned by Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert for the Southern title. It has been a real strong long match for both men at different points. Jeff Jarrett had things going early in the match his way. Eddie Gilbert took an advantage away as the referee stepped in to keep Eddie from getting punched, and has since then had the advantage in the match. Now Jeff Jarrett with a reversal. It's still a figure four, but it is a reversed figure four. Jarrett with the advantage, but Eddie Gilbert finds the lower strand of ropes to break the hold. Jeff Jarrett coming up, hobbling on one leg. A big right hand to Eddie. There's another one. Jarrett and Gilbert exchanging punches toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring. Both men punching away. Jarrett with the advantage. He winds up and delivers from right field. Jarrett closing in. Gilbert put into the turnbuckle, and Jeff followed, but Eddie Gilbert caught him with the knee. Eddie going for the cover. 1, 2. 2 count was all he got. Gilbert had his leg on the rope. The referee counted 2, but that was it. And Jarrett escaped, moves the referee out of the way, throws a right hand to Gilbert. And now JC the Ice Baby at ringside with Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Jarrett going after him, and now JC has Jeff Jarrett from outside. Gilbert goes in for the cover. 2. Count of 2 was all he got. Jeff Jarrett escaped JC from outside and escaped the pin from Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Gilbert going over to Jarrett. He may have something in his hand, and he just nailed Jeff Jarrett with whatever it was. The bell is rung. I thought I heard a bell. 1, 2, and that's all. It was an inadvertent bell. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert now caught by Jeff Jarrett's right hand again 3 times. Here comes JC, brought into the ring by Jeff Jarrett. Jarrett going after JC. Now we've got an order for the bell. JC wailing his arms in the ring. Eddie Gilbert has Jeff Jarrett down. He's still working on that knee. JC is waving, it looks like, to the dressing room. And oh my goodness, here comes Awesome Kong. Awesome Kong is coming into the ring at the insistence of JC. He's going to splash that leg. And Jeff Jarrett, writhing in pain, as Awesome Kong splashed that leg, is going to do it again and does. May have caught him with the knee even that time. This is 455 pounds of Awesome Kong. A technical loss for Eddie Gilbert in the championship match, but now Kong is climbing the ring ropes. This could be devastating to the career of Jeff Jarrett. They're obviously trying to break his leg. Kong is on the ropes. Here comes Billy Joe Travis. Travis nailing Kong. Superstar Bill Dundee into the ring. He goes after Eddie Gilbert. Jeff Jarrett's back on his feet. He's going to try to slam Kong, and does. Jeff Jarrett getting some well-deserved help from Billy Joe Travis and Bill Dundee after JC brought Awesome Kong into the ring to try to do damage to that leg. What a wild match that was for the Southern Heavyweight Championship. A technical loss for Eddie Gilbert and a win for Jeff Jarrett, but something I'm sure we're going to hear more from with Awesome Kong coming into that match.